3, 2, 1, go. Welcome to Grounds After Rounds.
All right, this is gonna be super low budget intro. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little countdown because Jack's gonna edit this and get it ready for us. All right, so just hang with me. So I'll do a countdown like Wayne's World. 5, 4, 3. Wait. Oh, I won this.
Damn.
Awesome. And welcome to Grounds After Rounds episode. This is the episode, the one with Chick and Duck.
Yeah, I like that.
Dude, I've been thinking about that for the last 24 hours since I texted you. That's going to be the intro.
I'm not surprised you're not thinking about me the whole time.
Episode 140-something, the one with Chick and Duck. Feel good?
Yeah, I like it. I like you've been thinking about me for 24 hours.
I do think about you a lot. An inappropriate amount.
Good.
Cool. Well, I think about Rachel more, actually.
Yes.
A very inappropriate amount.
Yeah, you're ridiculous.
Speaking of which, how is your wife and my kids?
Oh, man.
Yeah, everyone's good.
Good, man. How's the North Carolina life?
Can you send more money if they're your kids? I'd appreciate a little more child support.
No.
Okay, great. Good talk.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Carolinas are all right.
All right.
I mean, it's beautiful down there. I like.
Hell.
It's cold. Isn't it funny how you can compare? Hell is one of those things you compare to anything. Saying it's cold as hell is silly because hell is traditionally hot. Yeah. Or you can say oh man, that was hard as hell. Or it's oh man, this is sticky as hell. See? It's one of those things. You don't realize how universal hell is.
Yeah, that's why I like it.
You can also do it with crap. Crap is very universal.
Yeah.
So, awesome. Well, special guest today, the Duck, Andrew Duncan.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Hi. So, no Jack. Jack had Matt was playing soccer barefoot and broke his toe.
Oh shit!
And and so I think it's gotten pretty gnarly. So he's going to get that looked at today. And so this is one of those hey, we can postpone it. I can fly solo. I can find a special guest. And as soon as Jack mentioned see if you can find someone to jump on, I was I texted you immediately. I was got to get on there with Andrew.
He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything in his life. He can definitely do a podcast with you.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Are you on the clock right now?
Yeah, of course.
It's cool.
Oh, good time.
Oh, beautiful. But yeah, it's awesome. So Andrew Duncan, Fair Winds CrossFit athlete. You guys know him and love him. If you don't know him, I'm glad you guys are listening or watching. But also currently a Off the Creek athlete, which is are we about a month in now?
At least. I think we started.
We're about a month in at least. Yeah. And let me tell you, dude, I'm having fun being your virtual coach. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that because you're in front of my face. But it's go ahead.
No, I think it's been really.
I was a little skeptical at first, but
it's been awesome.
It's been you've been the perfect. I don't want to give you a big head. You've been the nice mix of interacting, but not too much hand holding. You know what I mean? It's cool because it doesn't. I know for me, you could totally be one of those athletes. It's I just need the workouts. Just give me some relative guidance, and then if I need anything, I'll let you know. Which is for you, great, but for me, it's okay. I need give me something. I need that assurance, right? Yeah. And then there's the other end of that where there's the athlete that's texting you every day with how do I do this? How do I do this? Well, how do I do this? Well, how do I do this?
You sure I'm not doing that?
No, you're just, like you said, you're the right amount. I feel I hope at the beginning of the week, I kind of clear some things up that there may be questions on and other stuff pops up. So it's been just the amount where we talk enough that it's I get that reassurance that like you're engaged outside of just posting your scores. But it's not so much that I'm like, geez, this guy, like, just moved back to Maryland and get in my class already. Goodness gracious. Joy, is that you?
Oh, Joy.
So,
Yeah,
but it's been awesome. Yeah, like, I mean, you've been getting in like consistently, 4 to 5 workouts in consistently a week.
Yeah, at least
like, since
I
we
think
started.
at the very least 4. I'm probably maxed out. I've probably done a week where I did all 6, but like usually, 4 to 5, and I think that's really good for me. Like
man.
My goal is to get in the garage and I move, and I've got a pretty good setup out there. I should have done this out there and shown you what I got, but and so I make it work, and then I'd like to be able to ask you, hey, I don't have this or this or this, so what can I do for it? And you've always had a really good so far. You've had good supplements or whatever for it, so that's been good. I feel
like my answer should always be just get dumbbells. Now, since you don't have dumbbells yet, like that's how I should always lead off. Get dumbbells. But since you don't have them,
get dumbbells. Dude, Rachel always, because this is how our life is just get like, I'm like, babe, I think I need some dumbbells. And she's like, are you kidding me? I tried to get you dumbbells at the beginning of all this pandemic stuff and you wouldn't let me. And I'm like, well, now I need dumbbells.
Well, you know what? It's amazing. Wow. For once in your life, you listened to me and now you're going to hold it over my head. Come on. Right?
Right. Exactly.
I know the feeling, bro.
No, but I think it's been good. And I like those emails at the beginning of the week are so awesome, dude. There's some motivation in there. There's some silliness, which is always needed between us. And then some really good explanations of what to do. So I don't really feel like, unless I get a little confused, I don't really feel like I need to text you too much. And the score thing, like, it's so funny with Sugar Walk, because I used to hate posting my score, even if it was like good. I don't know. I don't know if it was laziness or just also like maybe a little embarrassment if it wasn't good. But now I like to do it just because that way you can see what the score was. And that's like my way of you being able to see me doing the work. So I try and put a good little note in there of how I felt or what sucked, what felt good. Yeah.
That's how I was stoked. I saw your score from Monday. You hit 210. Is that a PR?
That's what I had in for however long ago that I did clean and jerks. I mean, it said it came up as a PR, but I don't know. Nice. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, man.
But
I saw that and I was like,
that's definitely the heaviest I've ever done. So
yeah, I mean, I was like, dude, getting up there. Well, I like those jumps. You went 175, 195, 205, 210. Like those are smart jumps. I think because those earlier ones you can do the bigger jumps and then it starts to get a little heavy, get a little bit smaller. And I always like the game plan too. You only have 10 minutes. I like the game plan of like go for the PR, but I also like the no miss lifts mindset sometimes.
Yeah.
And if it's sometimes there's a missed lift, like it was a technique thing, it was a too heavy thing.
Right.
So
I think for that one, I just gamed it as like, I shouldn't do this, but I definitely compare myself to other athletes. So I look at the scores and I don't really, the only person is Drew and he knows it, that I look at to see what he's doing. Even though he's like 15 times stronger than me, for some reason, I still compare myself to him, which is stupid. But I look more to see what their jumps were, not exactly what like the end game was. Right. So like, and I saw most people were doing smaller jumps and then bigger jumps. Yeah. And I felt so good that first lift. I was like, well, I'm going to waste my lifts and I could hit something higher than what I'll end up doing, if that makes sense. So I decided to do a bigger jump at the beginning. And then that 205 was a little tricky. And dude, I can't explain to you how good that 210 felt because it like was weightless almost because I did it right, because something happened and I wish I knew what it was. But when I went and I pulled, I hips and pulled, and I got under it, it like smacked me in the chest. Like it literally like hit me in the chest. Like it
surprised you how high it came up?
Oh dude, I was legit surprise face. Like somebody just like jumped out in front of me. I didn't know what to do. And I screamed, "Oh yeah!" Like a fool.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Whoop. Hi, hold on. Time out 1 sec. Hi. How are you? TJ. Oh, hi. How are you, TJ? I was like, I didn't recognize you with the mask on.
I'm dropping this for Jody.
Oh, awesome.
Here.
Cool. Awesome. Hi, TJ.
Oh, hi.
We're Andrew and I are doing the podcast right now.
Sorry.
So shout out to TJ.
Say hi.
You have to say hi really loud right now.
Hi.
There it is. Later, Teach. See ya. Sounds like people walk in here with masks on. I don't know what people look like with masks on. I don't.
Right.
For whatever reason, I know. I think I know. I wonder if it was reversed. Like if this was a virus that got in people's eyes and people wore masks over. I wonder if I would recognize their mouths better than the bottom half of their face, better than the top half of their face.
Wait, did you pause this thing? We're still going.
What's up?
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still going. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
As is life.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, you're saying that you hit that 210 and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah. That was so rad. And then the run was cool. I don't know how similar or different the row would have been if the row would have been easier. For me, I think rowing's easier just in general because I had some background in it. So I've always
right.
been able to do it too. I've always been running. But that's why with this whole thing, like doing this from home, I like to do the things that I hate more, Yeah. Because that way I can really push myself because no one's there to push me,
Mm-hmm.
So the run was good. I thought about doing the burpee thing you had suggested, but I've done so much burpees recently that I've actually learned to enjoy them for some sick reason. So I was like,
don't sound like Jack Ryan.
Yeah, right. So I was like, I'll push on the run, and the run was good. But I felt like my time was pretty similar to those on the rower. So I'm curious if it was somewhat similar of a push.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're looking for is that if you're on the rower, you look at a lot of these 130. Mr. Trevor Fox, you haven't met Trevor. Trevor came here. Tall. He's 6'4", 6'5". I think he said when he got here, he said he weighed 260. I think he's leaned out a little bit. But Trevor was an offensive lineman for the University of Oregon, not too long ago.
Beast.
So and he's so when he saw this workout, there were sparkles in his eyes.
Yeah, right.
His heart was all aflutter. This one had his name written all over it. So when you saw that, I'm pretty sure that erg was going to snap in half.
That's awesome.
He was going. But yeah, man, that is just that all out, quick, sub 2 minute effort after a heavy clean and jerk. So that was awesome. That's a fun one.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. Yes. So I was excited to see that 210 for you because I was like, oh, that's got to be a PR.
Yeah, I think it was. If it wasn't a PR, it's my max. My max again, which is good with me.
Yeah, I'll take
especially
that.
Since being off the game, the actual legit lifting game for God, it probably has been almost a year. We've been down here just past a year now, which it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't pick up a bar again until I started back with you in October or whenever that was.
Yeah. That's what I like because I know how much you like weightlifting and I know how much I love weightlifting. And that's one thing for all those listeners, Andrew and I, we do about 1 to 2 weightlifting days a week. So we supplement a CrossFit workout for a little weightlifting workout. And it is it's awesome too. Cause that's what I liked about it. It's been all sub maximal, at the most 80%, give or take.
Yeah.
85%.
80 is the max. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've been doing that for about a month.
Yeah. Dude, it's been so rad.
And it's it's fun, it's simple, and it's funny, as someone who loves weightlifting, and you can probably relate to this. I like weightlifting. I love CrossFit and I love weightlifting. And I like weightlifting so much because I know how much CrossFit hurts. And so sometimes weightlifting is it's heavy and it's hard, but it doesn't hurt like CrossFit.
Right.
So it's my escape. I know I can get a workout in, I can do this thing that I really enjoy and not have to hurt as much as CrossFit makes me hurt.
Yeah.
And I mean hurt not injury hurt, but you do a bunch of burpees, it hurts.
The good pain. I can't breathe, my lungs are burning pain.
Yeah.
I think the reason I like lifting so much is the technical aspect of it. I suck at, which I love when I suck at something because I want to get, I know I can get better, I can advance.
Yeah.
And I like that I can take my time with it, CrossFit workouts, there's most of the time is some timed thing, which is great, which is fun, is exciting. But with weightlifting, it's I'm not really having to rush or
Yeah.
like, not really overexerting it in a time format. Like I'm focused on the lift I'm about to do. And it's cool because it's not like how heavy can I lift? Because like you said, we're set a certain workout weight, you know? So it's not like, oh, can I get that 10 more pounds or whatever? No, I can focus on doing the right technique with the weight I'm on. And I really like the slowdown of it, you know? Like I really feel like I can slow down when I'm in the garage.
Yeah, man, that's where I was like, when I do those, I 100%, it's probably almost 100% of the time, I've got the Ava brothers going in the background because I like that it's, you know, it's hard work. I don't need to get super amped up.
Yeah.
Like I like to chill, like my pace. Yeah. I'm on a clock, but I'm not really on a clock. And like, you know, we have that on the minute stuff, and it's just a relative, like it's not an EMOM where it's like go, but it's like you should be moving like you know, about the space. Yeah. And I think that's one thing I'm with you too. Like sometimes I just like to like slow things down a little bit because I mean, hey, I was built for comfort, not for speed. So like weightlifting is I say some people have Ferraris in their garages and some people have Cadillacs. And some people don't have a garage because they live in a condo and they have a Ford Escape that their child was born in. So I'm somewhere in between those.
Yeah, no, I've just really enjoyed the weightlifting and dude, I'm the same. I remember one day coming into the gym and you were listening to Ava Brothers, which is the most amazing band on the planet. I'll fight you if you disagree with me. And
I'm with you.
And you were listening to Ava and you were doing like, I think it was when you were doing that, like it was like deadlifts every day or whatever that, you know, that back squat every day thing you were doing. Yeah. And I was like, how the hell are you listening to them working out? And now I do the same thing on weightlifting days and now even CrossFit days. I'm just like,
some CrossFit days. Yeah.
I don't need, even though I like all kinds of music, I don't need this music in the background, like just going insane. I've even listened to books now. Have you listened to or read Matthew McConaughey's book, The Green Lights?
No, I've got that on my my next like Audible.
Yeah, you have to do it on Audible because he narrates it, and of course he's amazing, and he puts his own little fun like dialogue spin on it. But
I was gonna say, if he didn't narrate it, if Matthew McConaughey did not narrate his own book, I would cancel my Audible membership. It's like, what a waste.
It's like. And people that know me that are listening to this are going to laugh / roll their eyes because I say this about everything. But it's like life-changing. Like it's such a good book because it's not just about his past, which it is, but the guy is like got some really amazing, deep, kind of like interesting thoughts and introspective things that make you become more introspective. And it's really, I recommend it to everybody. All 12 listeners. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that needs to be our book. Maybe that's an Eric and a chicken duck book club.
I'm in.
Green Light by Matthew McConaughey.
It's really interesting. Anyways.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, cool. So, oh man, I'm so glad you're on here. Did you do yesterday's?
I did.
Tuesdays?
I did, and it was like the most. Oh, I didn't put the score up though. I wrote it down. I used my. I should have done this in the gym. It would have made more sense, but internet was sucking out there. I use my kids like little chalkboard to write all my workouts down, and then I can like put them in the sugar wad. But sometimes when I'm dying, I just walk out of the garage angry and forget to put the score.
Well, it's funny when you were talking about like posting scores. Like sometimes you do it like out of embarrassment. Sometimes it's like I do the workout and I remember my score, and then but by the time I leave the gym, like it's in the past, so I'll forget to log it, and I don't really. I know I should, like this is logging it because it's obviously getting the data and we can track improvement. But sometimes it's like that, like some of those workouts, like whatever, it's done. I don't even want to think about it anymore. It's done. I don't even care. I'm moving on to the next one. You know.
And I think with me, like in the off the creek stuff, and then mine being even more off the creek, I feel like because I don't have dumbbells and simple things that most people have in their house. I'm like, I have to write a book about in the notes sections about like what I did to explain why I got the times I did or whatever. But yeah, yesterday, so you had suggested in the email that I got at the beginning of the week to do like it's like that burpee to jumping pull up thing.
Yeah.
Instead of the women makers. And then I did, God, dude, I can't even hang on pull up bar anymore. Like I wasn't great at it before, let's be honest, but dude, I'm like cussing, I'm angry, I'm like just hanging there. I look like if you walk into a butcher shop and there's just like a dead pig on like hanging there. That's what I look like.
It's definitely one of those like it's like one of those like I'm glad I'm doing this workout by myself so nobody can see how pathetic I feel.
I can imagine what my face looks like when I send you those lifts. Sometimes like for you to critique them or help me out with them. Yeah. I look at my face. I'm like, what are you doing? You look like a walrus, bro. What are you doing with your face? Take it easy. Yeah. It looks like I'm about to lift 700 pounds off the ground, but it's like 125. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Nah, but yeah,
I just always like commenting on your attire. I was like, let's loosen things up a little bit. I'm trying to watch you lift, but I can't take my focus off that thing in your head.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have to wear a hair tie now because I grew my hair out a little bit. And,
yeah.
And then I'm always wearing tights just for you.
Heck yeah.
Yesterday's was good. I felt like maybe I sandbagged it a little, to be honest, because like the burpee to jump pool of this, I got a little gas, but I didn't feel like, oh my God, it's so hard. I can't push through this. And then I did all the the warm up stuff for the toes to bar. I worked on my kip swing, everything. But I'm telling you, dude, this body does not do that anymore. Like it doesn't do. I gotta get out there more and just do that like on my own time because I could do like 2 toes to bar and not in succession, like toes to bar. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, I'm not doing that for the workout. And then I saw some people, and this is another reason why I love to go look at those workouts just to see kind of how they scaled it down.
Yeah, totally.
I know people were doing like the 90-degree leg raise. I did like 3 of those. And I was like, you don't have that either, bud. So then the rest of it was just like knee raises. And like I could power through 10 of those quickly. Yeah. So, I mean, I could have, if I like really was a good athlete, been like, hey, I'm going to do 20 of these instead of 10, but I didn't. That's not what I did.
No, and like that were like good too, because it's always. I was talking to someone about this yesterday because they kept saying he felt like it was a cop out, like it was doing this as a cop out, like when we'd scale, and it's just that it's funny, like he knows. Like he knows, you can tell, like he's still relatively new. So he says it's like this ego thing. It's like it's being willing to like knowing that like doing this thing that's easier doesn't necessarily make it easier. It's just I wish I could do this other thing. But it's the purpose was, can you keep these rounds about 1 minute and 30 seconds? And so if trying to do 10 leg raises takes you 1 minute and 58 seconds and you have 2 seconds for the next one, then you're missing the point of the workout. Like the point of the workout isn't necessarily 10 toes bar if you don't have them. And so that's where it's like, but it's still like, especially when, like us, we've been doing CrossFit for so long. It's like, why are these still a thing?
Right. Yeah. Like
it's also because we choose to do a weightlifting day instead of a gymnastics day too.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
I think too, for me, like yesterday after the workout, I was still like pretty pumped up and I was like, maybe I should do some auxiliary work or something. Maybe I should have, but then I'm thinking this is scheduled the way it is for a reason. Yeah. Trusting the coaches. And I just like walked out of the gym. I was like, I got my heart rate up. I did some I moved. It wasn't like it was easy, but it wasn't like the hardest thing I've ever done. And I think sometimes as like a CrossFitter and, in and out of the gym for the last few years, like you sometimes I get used to these, like, I can't move workouts. Yeah. If I can move after a workout, I'm like, I should probably go do something else. Like, this isn't right.
Right. Yeah, those days, like, am I supposed to feel this good after a workout? What did I do wrong?
I didn't do enough work. That goes to that thing that you sent me that I do want to talk about now, the Jillian Michaels thing.
Jillian Michaels, yeah. It's funny, like I brought it up because I was like, it's someone had emailed us and said, hey, if you guys haven't seen this yet, watch this. I was like, oh yeah, Jillian Michaels, here we go. And she's
go ahead. Was like out of my scope because she did a lot of like negative talk on like kind of the programming and more of like a coaching stuff. I did a lot of fast forwarding through that thing.
You know what? I couldn't even finish it.
I didn't watch the whole thing for sure. My dog is slowly leaving the yard. But I did the stuff I did catch was like how she said, and I'm paraphrasing, like, Olympic lifting shouldn't be taught by anybody essentially other than like Olympic athletes. Yeah. And I'm like, and that we shouldn't be doing it. That was the part that I thought was pretty awesome, is like, cool, you're telling somebody not to better themselves. Like, don't do it this way because it's only for elite athletes. So how do they eventually get to be there? So all of a sudden they can just like pick up they can do like a snatch or a clean and jerk, and they just know how to do it because they're elite. Like, and also, how do we define, like, how do we get to decide that?
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting. And I think, like, I don't know, I just, that one bothered me the most, I think, just because, one, I love lifting so much, and two, like, I've watched you guys from day one make people use a PVC pipe for like 6 months. Like my dearest wife, Rachel, is pretty much PVC pipe or 15-pound bar. Like, and that's for a reason. Like, that's because you guys know what you're doing. And I was a little dumbfounded by that. And then the programming, she kind of gave a bash to the programming. She said, I don't understand programming. One time I did a CrossFit workout, and it was box jumps and burpees. And it was like, climb the ladder for box jumps and then go down the ladder for burpees. It
was 10 to 1 box jumps, 1 to 10 burpees.
And she said, my toes hurt and my shoulders hurt. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So that's CrossFit's fault that, like, you kept hitting your toes when you're doing burpees and your burpee form was breaking. Like, I'm confused at what she was saying with that. And like, if she was going to bash CrossFit, do what everybody else does and like bash us on our kipping pull-ups, or like, that's like, don't know how to pick up a weightlifting bar. But you're doing movements that like every personal trainer in the world makes their clients do.
Oh my gosh.
Including yourself, and you're complaining about it? Like,
it's so funny. And it was such like a basic workout too. Like, that's like a less than 10 box jumps. So yeah, she said, so it would start at 10 box jumps and 1 burpee, and you went down the ladder box jumps, up the ladder and burpee. So 10 to 10 and 1 to 10. I was like, that's like a sub 5-minute workout with very like basic body weight movements. Right. And you're talking about how your form went and you were so beat up. I was like, oh my God, you could at least just said you did Murph or something and got rabid.
Right.
Like, it was like,
and the thing too is like,
Joy does that workout. Like
and the thing too is like, we don't do, and I can only speak for our CrossFit gym.
Yeah.
And I've been at other gyms and I kind of felt the same way about them. So, but like, it was a onesies and twosies there, but like, we don't just like let you guys, I shouldn't say we, our coaches don't just say, oh, go for it. Go to town. Good luck. Like, if we're doing something wrong, you stop us. Or we go over meticulously at the beginning so much that we all are cussing at you under our breath during the warm up, the movements. And we've done them. Some of us have done them for years, and we still go over the movements. And that's how we know we're not going to like overexert or injure ourselves. Also, like, the thing about CrossFit is do it at your pace, your speed, just push yourself and move, right? Yeah. That's what I've learned from, Fairwinds CrossFit, at least, is push yourself, move a little, get yourself moving. And that's what we're asking of you. Like, so if she was hurting so bad from her box jumps and burpees, maybe she should have slowed down a little bit. Maybe she should have taken her time and focused on her form. That still would have been CrossFit. No one said, hey, this is CrossFit. Go as fast as you possibly can with the shittiest form you have. Like, I've never had that discussion with anybody. It's always been the opposite. It's been like, form is most important, and push yourself. Like, and there is a way to do both. Anyway.
What's that? Yeah. I mean, that's like, what's funny about these videos, she puts this stuff out, and I said jokingly, like, it's obviously like, I don't know. Is it her way of just trying to stay relevant? Is it, I'll tell you what I said, because it was, so Brian Lounsbury, sweet Brian Lounsbury, emailed us and said, hey, like, I saw this thing. I'll tell you exactly what I said too. But it was just like is she just trying to stay relevant? Is she, and the thing is, like, she obviously, her experience with CrossFit is little bits and pieces here and there. Like, if I were Jillian Michaels to say, hey, like, I appreciate you trying to put your opinion out there, and like, yes, this is your opinion, this is your experience, but it's a very like minimal experience. And it's a very like, it sounds like you had a friend that did CrossFit and you went and did CrossFit in their garage with them or something like that, or in their gym. It's like, go to a CrossFit gym and just do it for 3 months, and then do it for 3 months minimum, and then talk about your experience. But Brian just said, hey, I saw this, CrossFit, is it bad for you? Blah, blah, blah. And I responded to Brian and said, thanks. As a celebrity myself, I know what it takes to get people to listen. It means making outlandish, unsubstantiated comments about something that we know will stir things up. Nothing we say has to be right. It just has to be heard. Then we just watch the world as we strive to remain relevant. It's a tough gig, but who's going to help Lulu sell workout pants? Advertisers, please. And so, I mean, that's what I feel. And so, like, listening to her, like when she talked about like the workout that she did, I was like, all right, that's a good little workout. Like, I'm sorry you beat yourself up so bad. Right. Or, when she talks about, like you said, like the Olympic lifts, and like, they are highly tilted. And the thing that gets me sometimes is when some of these, we'll say, celebrity trainers say you should have degrees and certifications and all these things to be able to teach them. Right. And as someone who has an associate's degree at the most, like that's what I got, and it's in general studies because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I have put so many hours into reading, watching, coaching, reading, watching, coaching. Like, it's that stuff that like you just got to put in the work. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I think I know enough to make sure someone's doing it safely and effectively. And so it's just it's a very like watered down view of it. And so, but she did what I think she intended to do, was get people talking, and we're talking about it now.
Well, and that's the thing. And as somebody, by the way, that has multiple degrees, they're not all what they're cracked up to be. Like, let's be honest. Like, I spend a lot of time in school and I'm not really using them. So like, let's be honest, it's not all about the paper that you go get. It's about the time, like you said, you spend, studying whatever it is that you're doing. And I think too, like, do you know who Carrie Ritchie is? He does like made stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So he did like one of these too. So yeah, I mean, people are talking, and now she's relevant-ish again, on YouTube and all the social media. So I don't fully disagree. I think because she was like a little bit talking out of her ass about some stuff, and I think she was just, I need to get in front of a camera. Right. I need to be relevant. I need to do things. And look, like she spoke on things, like I said at the beginning, I can't speak on it. So like she said something about, it's a very small, bar or whatever for somebody to get a CrossFit level 1 certificate. Yeah. I can't speak on that. I don't know if it's true or not, but I know in our gym, what I saw was a lot more like apprenticeship stuff, which is like old school. And that's how you learn, is like, before, even if you got a level 1, it's not like you and Jack would let somebody coach there until they apprentice some, and they watched you guys teach, and they did some like stuff with you guys out, offline essentially. So and I can only speak on my experiences, and she was wrong. So there we go. Yeah,
it's like I said, she just those are the kind of things where it's like, all right, like it's fun to listen to because like here's this thing, and I don't know, she's just I don't know, like I said, she's doing fine for herself. And sometimes when it comes to putting content out, it doesn't matter. It is 100% for a lot of people, quantity over quality. Just put something out so people will listen. That's what it is. And so if Jillian Michaels, if you're listening, all I'm going to say is, hey, like, you have your experience and that's what you can speak to. And I respect that. Like, that's your experience. But maybe like, I think you have the couple bucks, like go take a level 1 and see what it's like, see what they're really trying to get people to do. Yeah. And then join a CrossFit gym for 3 months and just get that experience. Like, just do CrossFit for 3 months and then like come talk about it. It's 3 months out of your life. So anyway,
like when we did, we did some Off the Creek stuff there, and we did I think there was a Soul Cycle one that people did or something like that. And then we did the Pilates.
We did the Solid Core. Yeah.
Solid Core. And like, that's like if I went online and spoke to the 10 maybe or less people, but either way, went online and like spoke to the people that follow me about how wrong it is and how like that's not the right way to work out and you shouldn't do that. And I hurt my toe, and like
After one class,
I can't
too.
speak on that. I've done it one time, and I know people that do it all the time, but I just can't speak on their experiences with it. So anyway,
my experience is I did it one time. It was hard and I enjoyed it. I opened a CrossFit gym for a reason. I enjoy CrossFit, but I can see like, hey, that was a hard workout.
Right.
And so it is what it is. So sweet Jillian Michaels.
Yeah.
And her like Nike onesie thing.
Talk about it. I'm not talking about that.
So, oh man, cool. Hey, so yeah, we can whatever. We went on to that. We can review blah 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 Tuesday. Let's move on because I got something else I want to do. Okay. So this is the Ultimate Friends Trivia Quiz. You think you got it in you?
I think so.
There's 22 questions. Let me see how it grades. I don't know if I want to do all these. We'll see. Some of them are real.
Phone a friend? Can I phone a friend? Am I allowed to phone a friend?
You're on the phone with a friend.
Oh, that was sweet.
So this one, I'm curious. I don't know. We'll see if it gives a score because I got to pick the answer. So let's see. So this one's first easy. Here we go. In which city is Friends set?
Oh, New York City.
Boom. There we go. Okay. What's the title of the Friends theme song?
I'll Be There For You? No, that's not the title of it, though. Is it the title of it?
Okay, sure. That's it. We'll see. That's it. These are multiple choice, too. So if you're not sure, I'll give you choices.
Okay, great.
What's the name of the coffee shop used by the characters?
Central Perk.
Okay. Yes, not Froth of Con, which is one of the choices. What instrument does Phoebe Buffet play?
Guitar.
What hangs on Monica's purple door?
A picture frame, a yellow picture frame.
What is the name of Rachel's hairless cat?
All right, Mr. Whiskers.
So Baldy, Mrs. Whiskerson, Sid, or Felix?
It's Mrs. Whiskerson.
Mrs. Whiskerson. Yeah. You're there. What is the name? What is the name of Phoebe's alter ego?
Regina Phalange.
Nailed it. Who is Chandler and Joey's TV magazine addressed to?
Mrs. Chandler Bong.
Mrs. Chandler Bong. Now, no, I'm sorry, Ms. Chandler Bong.
Oh, shit.
Now, can I ask you, here's a follow-up. Do you know the name of that episode where they played that game?
I am not. Yeah, the one with the embryos.
Nice, dude. High five. People don't realize like that's one of the best episodes.
It is my favorite. I'm not kidding. No BS. Favorite friendship.
I think it's going to be my favorite Friends episode.
Yeah. The game is just the best thing in the world.
Yeah, but it's you forget that that's when Phoebe had the embryos. Yeah. So that was a big episode. What kind of uniform does Joey wear to Monica and Chandler's wedding?
Like a World War II
soldier. Yeah. Soldier. Yeah. Who sang the Friends theme?
I need the multiple choice.
The Banskys, the Rembrandts, the Constables, the Da Vinci Band.
The Rembrandts.
Rembrandts, yeah. What's the name of the grumpy person who works at the coffee shop? That's not really grumpy. I wouldn't say he's grumpy.
Yeah, and why is his name Gunther? I was like, why is his name escaping me?
Yeah. What is Janice most likely to say?
Oh my God.
Yes. What job did Chandler do?
Do I actually have to know? He did statistical. All right,
I'll give you data processor, stand-up comedian, journalist, social media influencer.
Data processor, yeah.
Transponster.
That's not even a word.
Which Friends character plays Dr. Drake Ramore on the show Days of Our Lives?
Joey.
What is Chandler's middle name? Huh?
Do people not know these? Is this not common knowledge?
Sounds like idiots. Probably idiots. What is Chandler's middle name?
Muriel.
Muriel. What does Joey never share?
Food.
That's right. Which should be the new golden rule, FYI.
Yeah. I mean,
where does Ross work as a professor?
NYU.
Got it. What is Monica skilled at?
She's a chef cooking.
Cooking. What song is Phoebe best known for?
Smelly cat.
What pet did Ross own?
A monkey. I don't know if I'm supposed to be proud or embarrassed that I know all this. I'm not embarrassed. I'm proud.
I don't know if I'm proud or embarrassed that these are really easy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, God, I feel like someone who's only seen this show one time through the episode, season by season. Which of the following was a working title for the show before they settled on Friends? Ooh.
Oh, I talked shit, and then this is what happened.
All right, I'll give you hints. That Goofy Paleontologist, 6 of 1, Mates, or Squad Goals?
6 of 1.
6 of 1, yeah. It's funny, like when I saw that, I was like, oh, I knew that. But if you asked me without the multiple choice, I would have no idea. In which city were the show's iconic opening credits filmed?
I thought they were filmed in New York.
Boston, New York, Burbank, or London?
I thought they were filmed in New York. But no, I mean, I guess Burbank?
That's my guess. I have no idea. 22 out of 22.
Hey, we did it.
All right. Those last couple were sticky.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll give you the bonus point, too, for knowing the one with the embryos.
Hey.
I saw this thing the other day, too, that Matthew Perry, he said his favorite line, he's on Cameo. Have you seen Cameo?
I have not.
Cameo is this service where like you can get celebrities to like send you a video message. Like,
oh, that's fun.
You can probably pay like Matthew Perry $7 to like send you a video message on your birthday.
Oh,
he looks so old. He looks
he looks beat up, worn down.
Yeah, man. But he said his favorite moment was when he told Joey, "You're supposed to stop the Q-tip once you feel resistance." He said that was his favorite line of all time. I was like, really?
That's funny.
Oh my gosh. So, yeah, Chandler has so many great lines. I love Chandler. So, yeah, nice job. Yeah, apparently that's the ultimate Friends quiz. I feel like that's clickbait for someone who's like, I know Friends, and then they walk out of there with like 19 out of 22, and they're like, ooh, I'm so good at Friends. I know Friends. You don't. You know basic Friends. Anyway, we're snobs, but we've earned it. We've earned it for all the hours we spent watching Friends.
I feel like I've put in a lot of time into that show.
And if Jillian Michaels has to say anything about needing a certification to know Friends, she can suck it.
Yeah. I
put in hours of research. Gosh. All right, brother. What's your gratitude this week?
Oh man.
You got one, or you want me to go first?
You go first. Because
I got two.
Okay.
And this one's a given. My first one is obviously you, Andrew Duncan.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I said, this virtual thing, it's been cool. Like I've had a few people, and like I said, I was stoked when you wanted to jump on board and do it. Because like I never bugged you, but I was just like, hey, you should try this thing. Right, and then you like ask me questions about it. Yeah. And it's been awesome. I'm really stoked that you and I are hanging out together. So it's been fun.
Me too.
So, and just you've been awesome.
Thanks.
You ask good questions. And then you also just let me give you all kinds of crap, as we do. That's what we do. Cool. And then, of course, my second has to be the Washington football team.
Oh, Jesus.
AKA the Redskins, or formerly known as the Redskins.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they beat Pittsburgh, and I'll give Pittsburgh some slack. They had played 3 games in 13 days, and their schedules have been if you watch the NFL, their schedules have been all over the place because the team's getting COVID and like having to make adjustments and play at weird times. So I'll give them that. Like it's not their normal, and they were beat up, but it was one of those like in the past, Redskins in prime time, like embarrass themselves. It's been like whenever I see like Washington on a Monday night, I'm like, well, I'm not watching that game because I'll end up crying myself to sleep or breaking my TV. And so this was a game where it's like, well, they had an opportunity to like maybe take advantage of a situation. And not only did that, but they were down 14-0. They came back, they won 23-16. And they looked good, man. I was really excited about just how they looked in that game, and they didn't quit. And I don't know, like I feel like this team is turning the corner. And I'm also going to say, like, you know, if they decide to keep the name the Washington football team, I'm for it because I enjoy calling them the football team.
Yeah.
Like I like saying like I like the football team. I don't know. It's been cool. I like it. And if anything, I feel like it's a good like go ahead, find something wrong with this name. Because I feel like all the other names, like some of the other names, I feel like was just okay, this is a reach. You're trying to like make amends for what people feel was this thing. And then they were just coming up with stupid names that people were like finding reasons to, like they were coming up with the name Warriors, and people were like, well, now you're going to go from like a Native American to the name Warriors. And like, that's just too close. And it's like, nothing they'll do will not get picked apart. So it's like, stick with the football team. I like it.
Isn't that what the New York Giants are technically the New York Giants football team or something like that?
The New York Football Giants, because it was a baseball team. It was New York Football Giants.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. All right, I've got gratitudes.
Hit me.
I've got them. This one's kind of weird, but it works. I think I have some gratitude for this pandemic COVID situation, and I think it trickles down for like a couple reasons. And one, relevant reason is I left Annapolis to be closer to family down here, but like missed my family there.
Yeah.
And didn't think, and I think Rachel and I joked with you about being able to do like virtual classes and stuff. And that was never going to be a thing. But now, thanks to this pandemic, it's a thing. So like, I get to still be like a fair winds, like, athlete. And
well, you got the tattoo. You'll always be a fair winds athlete. Like, you don't have a choice. Yeah. Anyone else that's left has not gotten the tattoo. So yeah, man.
But yeah, I think that's I think I'm like, big time thankful for that. And honestly, it wouldn't have been for this thing that's going on, then I don't think that would have happened. And, I think as much as it's like, I want to pull my hair out because all four of us are in this house, I'm pretty thankful that I get to be with the kids and do that stuff every day. So those are my gratitude.
I appreciate that, dude. Like, that's awesome. Because I think a lot of people are like, when's 2020 going to end? It's horrible. It's like, what a shitty year. I don't know. Like, look at it. Like, I think there's a lot of, if anything, I think you're absolutely right. Like, there's so much, from my perspective, like, let me see, I had a kid. So that's a win. Yeah. Like, right there, like, what an awesome year. And like, a lot of cool opportunities have come from this. And if anything, I've learned a lot about myself too, stuff that I probably never would have thought of or realized. And so, I don't know. I think if people want to complain about 2020, dig a little bit deeper and see like, what have you actually like taken time to learn from this? Because I think it's actually
such it's such an amazing self-searching time to
totally.
I think like for so many people, and I think it's the people that don't want to look past the like surface that are the ones complaining about how horrible it's been. And there's people like my lovely wife who's like, I don't understand, things have changed, because she's been a hermit forever. So she's like, I'm sorry. How's this different?
So, they're totally, some people like 2020 has been the shiz. Keep it this way.
So anyways, I loved it. I love you guys. I'm so stoked to still be able to like get out there, and I put some Fairwind stickers on my rig out in the garage. So I'm essentially there. Let's be honest.
You're a legit home gymmer from
man.
Yeah, it's awesome. I also love that little pergola or whatever that is.
I don't ever pronounce it right. Rachel tells me so.
I think it's pergola.
Yeah, I think I say something weird that I'm not even gonna attempt to say.
Oh, Shelly, shout out!
Hey,
Shelly.
And she's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, in and out like a flash. Awesome, AD. Well, I'm glad you did this, man. We should do this more often.
I think we should. Thanks for having me.
You're an amazing host.
Oh, stop that! I'm not a host.
Guest host. Co-host.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me. That was fun.
Awesome. Yeah. Episode with the chicken and the duck. Love it.
Yeah, brother. That's sick.
Oh, man. I didn't tell a joke today. Should I tell a joke now?
I guess.
I thought I had a good one. Okay. Yeah. Here you go. Here you go, Andrew. Hey, did I tell you about my friend who built an igloo?
No.
He had a housewarming party and now he's homeless. A lot of people probably already heard that one, but whatever. Great. You didn't, and that's a win.
I didn't, and I enjoyed it.
Bam. Cool.
Thanks, man.
Oh. All right, brother. Thanks, dude.
All right, bro. Thanks so much, man. Have a good one.
Later.
Bye.